like back in the YouTube video, and yeah, today we're doing Cobra Kai season 3 review here. So yeah, pretty good season. I must say, I like this season. I think I like season 2 better, to be honest with you, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, Cobra Kai released on January 1st, 2021. Um, you guys are gonna be seeing this on like next week Saturday or something, but yeah, basically, it released then. Uh, it already had 2 seasons prior to this, plus the movies and stuff, as it is a kind of sequel to the Karate Kid movies. Um, so yeah, definitely pretty interesting. Last season was kind of coming off a cliffhanger where Johnny Lawrence lost Cobra Kai, and Miguel's back was broke. I don't know if his back was broken, but he was in a coma or something. Um, Daniel was like in rambles because of what just happened with the big huge fight in the school, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. And then we saw that Ali was left as a cliffhanger from the original Karate Kid movies that she was supposedly calling Johnny, but Johnny tossed his phone. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Um, and yeah, as soon as the season started, great episodes. Um, I'm not gonna go in too detail of each episode or even some of the episodes I might skip over, but I'll just point out major events, such as we find out Johnny's like basically an alcoholic kind of, but yeah, we find out Miguel's still in a coma, as we thought before. Robbie is apparently on the run because he doesn't want to go to jail, I assume. Tori's under probation. Huck and Dimitri didn't have anything happen to them. And yeah, basically, karate's canceled for the Miyagi-Do dojo. They basically canceled that, or Daniel ended it. But we see that John Kreese, the Cobra Kai sensei, is now obviously teaching Cobra Kai. And what was interesting about this season, especially, was that we actually saw a backstory for exactly what happened with John Kreese. I find it pretty interesting that they added it in, but yeah, we started seeing that. That was pretty interesting, like um how he was in the Vietnam War basically, and he wasn't so like strike first all the time like that. But yeah, we saw his like commanding officer or something taught him karate or some kind of form of karate, like form of martial arts. Um, yeah, we see that they are planning like to fight or something, a secret mission, and then they end up getting caught because Kreese doesn't pull the bomb because he doesn't want to kill another soldier, like another fellow soldier who was deciding to like plant bombs around the place. So yeah, then they get caught. Then they're forced to fight each other. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Before I talk about that, what was pretty interesting as well is that he used to be like some kind of not nerd kid, but like people perceive like he used to get bullied a lot, and then eventually, yeah, he decided to join the army, and he actually beat up some guys that were bullying him or whatever, and he got a girlfriend or whatever. But then that happened. He went to Vietnam. The story continues what I just said. Um, then John, when they're in Vietnam, the captain gets news but doesn't tell John Kreese, and we're wondering what it was, but doesn't say till the final episode when he realizes when they're forced to fight each other because they're imprisoned. The captain just like your girlfriend is dead, and then he's just like, I don't really care, you got us in this mess. So then John Kreese gets super mad and starts fighting, and they fight each other. Um, then U.S. troops arrive, and then he frees the other fellow soldiers. But then he ends up actually killing his commanding officer, and he falls into a cobra pit, and I assume that's where you get Cobra Kai from. So that was definitely interesting. The fight scenes were really well done. I really enjoyed it. And what was interesting is Johnny Lawrence actually he started his own dojo called Eagle Fang Karate, which was pretty interesting. Definitely, it was comprised of different characters and stuff. And what I've noticed is a theme with this show is especially everyone gets redeemed. Like you get redeemed and then you go back to being bad. You get redeemed and then so on and so forth. Like for example, with Hawk, for example, in the final battle, they are fighting with Cobra Kai decides to ambush the other two dojos when they're in the meeting, and then they all fight inside Daniel's house and destroy everything like the school battle, basically. So that happens. Then Hawk sees everyone, or I can't remember what his real name is. Yeah, I the guy with the mohawk. I can't exactly remember his name, but they fight. Then he redeems himself and he fights alongside the others. And then yeah, then we end up seeing like Johnny Lawrence and John Kreese fight each other in their dojo, and then we also see Robbie there, who's turned to Cobra Kai after escaping because he's mad and all this nonsense. They fight each other. Then Daniel comes, fights each other, and then they're all like, "We'll finish this at the High Valley tournament," and that's basically how the season ends. But yeah, next thing I want to talk about is probably the alley thing. To be honest with you, I didn't really like it. I've watched all the originals and stuff. I understand her character and all, but not a huge fan. I didn't really like her character that much. I mean, they hang out with Johnny and all this, um, and Daniel and all them. And yeah, there's nothing really much to talk about it, honestly. It wasn't, I didn't really enjoy it. But yeah, I definitely like the feud between Johnny and Daniel. It's kind of interesting between them, but they end up trying to be friends and after all. And yeah, definitely interesting. Like I kind of knew what I was expecting is I knew that Miguel was gonna be out, come back. I knew that for a fact. I knew that I had to. I was thinking they have to at least make like an ending fight, huge fighting or something. And then I realized as I was progressing through the season, I realized they're probably going after this formula of doing one season High Valley tournament, one season just some big fight, and then another season big fight, and then I assume the end of season 4, if there's a season 4, we're gonna be probably seeing the High Valley tournament, which is gonna definitely be interesting. Can't wait to see that. And yeah, it wasn't too surprising to see Rob return. To go with John Kreese. I wasn't really expecting Hawk to be honest with you. Um, that was pretty interesting. So yeah, and one thing that's been proven to me honestly in this show is that Tori is crazy. She constantly wants to just beat up everyone and all this nonsense, and it's just crazy. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about in the season. I haven't talked about it too much, so you guys can definitely go watch it and whatever. But yeah, there was a lot to talk about. So sorry if I didn't include everything in it, or you guys are just not satisfied with it, or something like that. Yeah, there's just too much for me to talk about and too limited of time for me recording. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.